Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Juana. Today I'm going to be working on an embroidery design that I created using Embrilliance Essentials. It's a very simple embroidery design. I'm going to be using my multi-needle machine and I'm going to be embroidering a hoodie. I wanted to show you how I created this design from beginning to end. So guys, I can't wait to start. So let's get started. So guys, we are here on Embrilliance Essentials. I'm going to show you how I designed this. I'm going to go ahead and ungroup it so that I can show you. The design is a very simple one. This is the text that I use, and this font is called Bethany. It's from Stitchtopia. And this is the same element that I used twice, and I'm going to show you how I did it. I wanted to use this phrase, just breathe. It's one of my favorite phrases that I use. And then I wanted to give it a background so it would not be so boring on a shirt or sweatshirt. So I decided to add these little dandelions because you know that these little dandelions, when the air hits it, it just floats around the little leaves. So I thought it will make sense to add the phrase, just breathe. Let me put it back what it was. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna close this and I'm gonna show you how I did this design. Let me go ahead and close here, take you to the basics, okay? I'm going to open my file and I'm going to show you the files that I use. These are the files that I use right here. See? So I chose one. I'm going to choose this one, for example. I'm going to open it up. This is a DSD file. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to switch this to white. Okay, let me go ahead and change the frame because for some reason it came from a 7.2 to 7.2 frame. I'm gonna get the big frame. Let's say apply. Okay. And the frame is huge. Okay. So let's say this is the basic design, and this one measures 3 by 3. I want it a little bit bigger, so let's just delete this and bring it again and make it a larger size. There we go. That's much better. That's a little bit bigger. So let me go put it white again. All right. So let me make it bigger so you can see what I'm going to be doing. So what I did was, first of all, I enlarged this one a little bit more. Okay. And then I wanted to add another one, but of course, I didn't want it to both face the same way. So what I did was I did a copy, then did paste. So now I had 2 of them. And then on this second one, what I did was that I switched the orientation. So I flipped it, okay? Of course, I don't want it to be the same height because I want to have some dimension to the design. So I made it smaller. And then place it here, a little bit bigger, not that small. I just wanted to look like a real field of dandelions. And I could have had it like more in here, but I didn't want to make it too busy because remember, I'm going to add a text to it. So then once I have it like this, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to group it to make it easier to work with. So I'm going to group. So now it's grouped and I can move it around any way I want. I'm going to go ahead and center it. Okay, so now I'm ready to work with the text. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the icon for the text. And I'm gonna write just breathe. Very simple, people. And very simple to do, and it makes a design amazing. So now, of course, I'm gonna choose the font. Like I said, I did choose Bethany. Right here, Bethany. Let me pick, I don't remember the size, but I'm gonna go ahead and do 1.5. If I need to enlarge it, I will enlarge it because I really don't remember which one I use. Let me start with 2 inches. 1 inch, 2.5. Just do this. All right. We need to make it smaller. For some reason, my original design looks a little bit bigger, but yeah. Let's bring the other design in because I just want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Yes. Oh, I see why. Yeah, they are separated. Okay, that's why. I was thinking it looks like too big to me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna separate them. Yeah, now it looks better. Now it makes sense. Yeah. So people, what I did here is that I had it in a regular that the line straight, but I wanted two different lines written, so I just switch it to the multi-line text and then hit set. Once I hit the set button, it separates them. That's what I did. Okay, so let me just do this big like this. Make a little bit bigger because my text was big. I'm gonna go ahead and center it and then I'm gonna lower it. It's kind of like that. And all I had to do now is change the color. So let's go to colors. I'm gonna hit blue. The design, originally I did it with blue, but I think that I might switch the color. I'm undecisive. I'm not sure yet because since the hoodie is black, I thought that a color that might look very nice is like a liquid gold color, but I'm not sure. Okay. I'm gonna say okay. I'm gonna hit the other black, go to palette because I chose the color already and switch it. Oh, for some reason the B is separated. That is kind of different. So I'm gonna say okay. I'm gonna do black again. Perfect. So this is more or less the way I did the original one. What do you think? I like it, but I think I might change this color to liquid gold. See how it looks. Because like I said before, the sweatshirt is black and it'll pop out more. But at the same time, when you're thinking about breathing and being relaxed, the light blue looks better. So I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Okay. And of course, here I noticed that the S a little bit separated in here. So all I have to do is just move the letters. This is not the design that I'm going to use, but just in case you notice that there's a separation of letters, all you have to do is click the letter, the square in the middle of the letter, and move it with your cursor on your keyboard, and that's look better. So this is how I came up with this design, people. I'm gonna take you to the craft table, and we're gonna hoop the sweatshirt, and then I will make the decision which color I'm going to use. See you in a little bit, all right? Okay, guys, so I'm gonna hoop the sweatshirt. We're gonna be using cutaway stabilizer. Okay, let me make sure that it's nice and straight. This is how you put it with the flaps, and you put it down and it's in place. I'm gonna be using a topper. When it's time to embroider, I always use a topper for embroidering hoodies because I noticed the stitching come out amazing and come nice, clean, and crisp. And also because, you know, the fabric of the hoodie is a little bit thick and fluffy. So yeah, and then I'm going to be using a black hoodie, like I mentioned before. It's a size large Gildan cotton blend. I believe it's a cotton blend. Let me check. Yeah, it's a heavy blend. I forgot to mention that I'm using 8x13 mighty hoop and the hoop master. When you do this, you have to make sure that the shirt is straight. Shirts or sweatshirts are straight, and you see this seam in here. Make sure that it matches this part of the wood in here, and that's how you know that it's straight. Also, it has this line that you can match it with the center of the shirt. I'm explaining this for those who are new to using a hoop master. They never seen it before. I measure 4 fingers down because hoodies tend to be a little bit higher than a crew neck, and I want to make sure that it clears the frame. And I can feel the frame right here. The design is going to start below this mark that I did with the chalk pencil to mark it. So when you're doing this, you make sure that everything is in line in here. It's a large size. Usually I make sure that the neck matches with the letter D, and I make sure that it clears the frame. I can feel the frame in here. I don't want the needle to be hitting this. So this is a start of the design from here down. And also this is the center, so I match the center to the design. Okay. All right. Now, you know, I always print out my designs to make sure that it's in place. It helps me have a visual idea where I want it. If I find that the design is too big for the frame, then I will go and I reduce it a little bit in size. You see, to me, it's a little bit too close for comfort on the top, so I might reduce the size. So even though it's the mighty hoop says that it's 8x13, actually you don't have 8 inches, you have less than 8 inches because that's the way the frame is built. Usually they count from here to here. Usually it's not 8, it's much less. It's about maybe 7.5 inches that you have to play with. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and hoop. So I'm gonna just let it go, and it's right there. So if you notice, you see how close this is. You don't see it because the printout is a white thread that I'm going to be using, so it print out real clear. But I can see the design stops in here, and then this is very close to the frame down here. It's a little bit too close for comfort for me. So what I probably will do is that I'm going to reduce it a little bit. It's too close. I don't like it. Makes me nervous, like I said. Okay, so it's hooked already. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take it to the embroidery machine, and I will see you over there when I'm ready to embroider. Okay, I'm gonna take it out of here. And I'll see you around, okay? So guys, I'm gonna place this into the machine. Make sure that everything is clear. I made sure earlier that I had enough bobbin thread. I want to make sure that the hoodie is away under. Okay. And actually, let me take it off because I need to get the design in place. I don't like when this moves with the hook in place. So I'm going to go ahead and look for my design. And actually, let me bring you in closer so that you can see that with a better view. Sorry if I make you dizzy. Just want to show you how I do this. All right, I think you can see there. So I'm gonna go ahead and look for the design. It's right here. So I'm gonna go to click down here into the machine icon. Then I'm gonna click to this second icon, and then I'm gonna look for it. It's right here. I had it before, so I'm gonna go ahead and click the extra off. I don't want to have extra files in there. So then I'm gonna go ahead and say okay. Oh, I have to choose it first. Okay. And it's right there. So my machine is already on needle 1. It's already centered. So I'm gonna go hoop it up, and then we're gonna start the whole process. Okay. I'm gonna be on the way, so sorry about that, but I need to hoop the frame into the machine. Once I do this, I want to make sure that everything is good under. For those who do embroidery, you know what I mean. These are for the people who have never hooked a multi-needle embroidery machine. So yeah, so now I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and trace the design. So I'm gonna move you around a little bit because I need a little bit of spacing here to be closer. So let's trace this. I did reduce the design a bit because like I told you before, it was a little bit bigger in the beginning. So let's trace this. Let me just center it first. It's pretty centered to me. All right, so let's start. See, that's pretty close down there. This is pretty close in here. Yeah, so this is pretty close. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna reduce the size of this. I'll bring you back once I do it because it's very close, people. You don't want this right here to hit this, okay? So I'll bring you back in a little bit, all right? Okay, guys, so I am back and I actually reduced the design to 6.5 inches in height. Sometimes I get away with 6 3/4. This time for some reason it was too close. I'm not gonna take this chance because I don't want to break my machine. So let's trace it again and let's start. One thing that I really get very protective of my machine is that I always trace. All right, so let me go ahead and trace again. It's much better. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna place the topper. And we're gonna start. Oh, I cannot start because I need to place the colors into the machine. The thread colors, I haven't done that yet. So I'm just taping the topper so it doesn't move. Okay, so let's place the colors. So the first color, this is called embroidery, is a white thread. So I'm gonna go to my colors. Let me get you closer. So the first one is gonna be needle number 1. And then the second one is gonna be needle number 10 because it's the liquid gold, is all the way down there. So 1 and 10, I'm gonna say okay. So the colors are set. So let's get started, people. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be recording part of it, and I'm going to record the whole thing because I don't want the video to become too long. And I made a mistake that I did not move the camera in position so that you can see. So sorry. I'm gonna be moving the camera so that you can have a better view, okay? So while that one is going, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna prepare the hook for the sleeve. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it or not, but I might as well just get the hook ready, okay? This is done. I'm gonna take it off the hook. I am happy that I decided to use the liquid gold thread from Madeira. The number for this, if you like it, is 1725, and it's called liquid gold. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it off here, and I'm gonna take it to the table, right? This is the way it came out. Beautiful. Oops. Okay, so let me take it off the hoop. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to clean the topper, the water soluble. And once I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it in to show you how it looks like. You can spray this with water and damp it and it will go away, but I usually get rid of the big pieces first, and then if I need to, then I will do that, because this one has so many intricate embroidery in here that I want to make sure that I don't have any leftover plastic or water soluble stabilizer. When you do this, be careful. At least with this design, it's so delicate on the little stitches. I don't want to pull it too hard. All right, especially when it has some jump stitches in between. So like in here, these are jump stitches. All of that need to be cleaned up. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna bring you back when I'm done with this. All right, so I decided to do the sleeve embroidery. I'm using the 8-in-1 frames to do this, to do it on the lower part of the sleeve. If you want to learn how to use the 8-in-1 frame or the fast frame, that's another name for it, I think I have 2 videos that shows how to use this kind of frames. Okay, you can go back to my videos and video tutorials and you can find them over there, right? So I am done with the embroidery and I like the way it's stitched out. It was a very easy embroidery, a little bit long process because it's a big file, but it came out real nice. I didn't have major issues. I like the colors that I chose. I think I'm gonna try it with the text in a light blue and then another color hoodie because I do like the design. I got to finish the sleeve also. It's same design, but only with one part of the dandelion. And for this one, like I mentioned before, I used the 8-in-1 frames, which is the same thing as fast frames. So that's it. So thank you for spending this time with me. If you have any question about the whole process, let me know and I will be able to answer those questions down in the description box. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, The Crafty Puerto Rican, and don't forget to click the notification bell, and that way you will get notified of all my future videos. Guys, I see you pretty soon. Don't forget to give the thumb up or click the like button on your way out. I will see you soon with some new content. I will see you later. Bye bye. Hasta luego.